The sky was not always divided. It once belonged to Bathala, the Supreme, whose presence was a golden weight that held the cosmos in balance. But then came the silence. The story begins at the funeral of the All-Father. There is no fire, only the slow fading of his essence into the great void. Imagine a funeral pyre made of dying stars, casting long, jagged shadows across the faces of his children. As the last spark of Bathala's divinity flickers out, the world plunges into its first true darkness. The silence is broken, not by weeping, but by the sharp ring of metal. Apolaki stepped toward the empty throne, his armor glowing like molten brass.
The world is cold, sister. It needs a sun that never sets. I will take the throne. I will be the light that burns away this shadow.
Mayari stood her ground, her silver robes billowing like mist.
A world that never sleeps is a world that withers, Apolaki. Our father knew the value of the cool dark. We must rule together. We must take turns.
Apolaki's laugh was like a forest fire.
Together? There is only one throne, Mayari. Look at you, pale and soft. You are but a reflection. I am the source.
I am the tide that pulls the sea. I am the dream that visits the weary. I will not be your shadow.
The battle erupted with a violence that tore the clouds asunder. Apolaki lunged, his spear of solar flare leaving trails of scorched air. Mayari moved like moonlight on water. Every time he struck, she was already somewhere else, a silver blur in the purple dusk. They clashed above the highest peaks. Apolaki swung his heavy mace of gold, smashing into Mayari's shield of frozen starlight. The impact sent a shockwave that leveled ancient forests below. Apolaki roared, summoning a pillar of blinding heat.
Yield!
Never!
Mayari screamed back. She lunged through the flames, her obsidian blade carving a path of frost. In the chaos, Apolaki lost himself to the red mist of rage. As Mayari dove for a strike, he didn't parry. He counterattacked with a jagged ray of pure, concentrated sunfire. It caught Mayari across the face. A sickening crack echoed. The silver goddess fell, spiraling through the clouds like a dying star, her left eye scorched into a void of darkness. The rage left Apolaki as quickly as it had come. He found her in the craters of the earth, clutching her face, silver blood seeping through her fingers. The sight of his sister, maimed by his own hand, broke him.
I have won nothing.
Kneeling in the ash, he helped her rise, but the damage was done. They struck a pact in the cooling embers of their war. Apolaki would rule the day, giving the world his warmth, but he would retreat when he grew tired. Mayari would rule the night, but because she now saw the world through only one eye, her light would forever be softer, gentler, a pale reminder of the cost of their crown. This story is more than a myth of night and day. It is the heartbeat of the Filipino spirit. It teaches the moral of equality through sacrifice. In the end, it wasn't the strength of Apolaki that saved the world, but his realization that power without partnership is a desert. To Filipinos, Mayari is an icon of resilience and empowerment. She is the goddess of revolutions, the one who stood up to a brother's tyranny and bore the scars of her freedom. In the Philippines, the moon is not seen as a lesser sun, but as a protector. The Panginoon ng Gabi. She represents the strength of those who have been hurt, but refused to be defeated. Her single eye watches over the islands. Even a light that is dimmer can be the most beautiful thing in the world when it guides you home through the dark. A world without balance eats itself. That's the oldest lesson in the sky, and Mayari paid for it with her eye so the rest of us wouldn't have to learn it the hard way. If this is the kind of story you want more of, the best thing you can do is subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're only getting started with the myths this world forgot. Drop a comment and let me know which god or goddess you want brought to life next.